everyone, it's me, Julian Greystoke, and Nigel, who's licking my arm for reasons unknown. Today we are here to talk about a book that I read recently that I haven't even written down any notes about because I read it so recently, and I just wanted to do a quick review of it just to get it out of my system because it's probably going to be a really short review, but I still thought it was a very interesting book. It's called Slade House, and I'm going to read the synopsis for you here on my phone from Goodreads. But first, this. Hey guys, this is the world's fastest reminder that you can support me on Patreon and see all kinds of exclusive videos like these ones. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. The synopsis goes as follows. Down the road from a working-class British pub along a brick wall of a narrow alley, if the conditions are exactly right, you'll find the entrance to Slade House. A stranger will greet you by name and invite you inside. At first, you won't want to leave. Later, you'll find that you can't. Every 9 years, the house's residents, an odd brother and sister, extend a unique invitation to someone who's different or lonely. A precocious teenager, a recently divorced policeman, a shy college student. But what really goes on inside Slade House? For those who find out, it's already too late. Spanning 5 decades from the last days of the 1970s to the present, leaping genres and barreling towards an astonishing conclusion, this intricately woven novel will pull you into a reality-warping new vision of the haunted house story. I kind of had been, not avoiding this book, but low-key interested, but not sure that I wanted to give it a chance for a while. It kept showing up on my Overdrive app. I know, right? Why don't Overdrive and I just get fucking married? But it's a really good place to get audiobooks to listen to for free, so there you go. And I was intrigued by the premise, but I was worried because I knew it was going to be several characters going to the Slade House that weren't related and didn't really have anything to do with each other. So it was going to be more like a series of short stories, and I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to connect with that as much because I love characters, and if the characters kept changing, I wasn't going to be able to connect as much. But I finally did decide to give it a chance because I like horror, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really did enjoy myself with this book. The Slade House itself is appropriately creepy, although the brother and sister are far more creepy than the house. The house actually isn't the biggest factor of scariness, and the premise, the blurb that it gives you, does not quite adequately illustrate how creepy things can become. They can become so creepy, and I loved it. Creepy in the best possible way. Creepy without being gross, creepy without lots of vomit, creepy without lots of blood and gore, just unsettling creepy. So I was all about that. And the 3 characters, I think there were 3, were there 3 or 4? I can't remember, I just read it, I can't remember. But the characters that we got who experienced the Slade House were interesting. They were each interesting in their own right. They were each flawed. Some of them are not good or nice people, and I'm okay with that, but if you are the kind of person who doesn't want to read about people who are jerks, people who are racist, people who cheat on their spouses, people who do bad things, then maybe don't read this book. They all seem very human to me and products of the time that they were supposed to be from, because this spans decades. So I still enjoyed all of the characters as people, and even though they could be a bit shallow because we were with them for such a short time, I still enjoyed them, and I felt like the book did a good job of letting me get to know them well enough that I was intrigued and I understood what was happening to them within the Slade House, because the house does capitalize on each person's personal fears, their personal issues. The way that it draws them in has to do with them specifically, which I really liked. Now, of course, the main characters are really the brother and sister and the house, who are all, as we said, appear every, I think it was 9 years, for reasons that we find out in the story, but I won't spoil for you. And you guys, you know that I love villains who are unusual, villains who are inhuman and inscrutable and sort of feel undefeatable. They feel very undefeatable through most of this book. And you wonder how this is going to end because you know it has to. And each new character that you meet, you hope that maybe they're going to be the ones that break the chain, and then they aren't. I love villains who are very human and do have great personalities, but on the flip side, I also have a great love of villains who feel completely undefeatable and inhuman, and like you can't reason with them because they're not even a person, you know? They're almost a presence, just evil itself. Something I didn't like, though, is that I was hoping that we would be able to more organically figure out what was going on with the brother and sister and the Slade house through the story, but the brother especially will not shut up with the exposition. He just, and they make it part of the story, the sister's really annoyed that he does this, but it really got annoying that this character felt the need to explain everything, explain why they're doing this, explain how they're doing this, explain what's going on. I didn't want to know all of this, especially not so soon. Like, it's kind of drip-fed to you as each person goes into the Slade house, but not drip-fed enough. It's pretty exposition-y and in your face. And even I wanted to smack the brother character and be like, would you shut up? Stop telling these people / the reader all of these things. Let us learn this slowly so it's even creepier. The creepiness factor was lost if we know the whys and the hows of it all. I think that was my biggest complaint. My other complaint might be that the writing was only okay, but it definitely didn't distract me. I wasn't sitting there going, oh, this is bad writing. It was just serviceable. Nothing I felt was amazing or terrible. So that, you know, might be something that you were maybe hoping this book would have maybe slightly more impressive writing. But overall, I enjoyed my time with Slade House, and I do recommend it if you like horror and you don't mind something that jumps from character to character to character. Have you read Slade House? Do you have any thoughts about it? Drop them in the comments below. Do you like a good haunted house story? What's your favorite haunted house story? Like, I don't even know if I have one. This might be my new favorite haunted house story. Don't forget that I post new videos here Mondays and Fridays, and if you liked what you saw, I have a ton more already on this channel for you to go check out. Never fear, you will have so much binging if that interests you. If you wish what you saw here was higher quality, plus you want to get exclusive access to videos of mine that no one else gets to see, like special mini read-alongs, bookshelf tours, chatty videos with me, then you can become my patron for as little as $1 a month over on my Patreon. All of the links to my social media are in the doobly-doo for ease of your clicking, and I will see you again next time with whatever it is I happen to be doing next time. Bye! Well, hey everyone, it's shout-out time again. I'm here with this month's patrons, Lennox, Amanda, Thelia, Jenny, Kim, Lisa, Sabby Panda, Sam, and Sarah. Thank you all so much for supporting me. It means a lot.